Hey my friends, today I want to give you 2 tips that will instantly make your playing better. And these are 2 things that you can apply right away. It's not going to take you a long time to convert to using them, and just a simple approach to playing melodies and chords clearly. So let's take a look at number 1. Okay, so simple tip number 1 is dividing a task. If we want to play something like, if I use just my thumb for this, look how much motion I have to do to get over between the 1 and the 5 here. If I use my pointer finger, I'm barely having to move between these 2 notes. Same goes for the 1 and the 3. I actually don't even need to move. The less you pick up your hand in your playing, the cleaner the notes are going to sound. I always jokingly call it raptoring when people play notes like... And there are some players that do it just for kind of the aesthetic look. But minimizing motion is going to increase the cleanliness and the smoothness of your playing. So I encourage you, say we're using the 1 and 3, to start with the thumb and then move to pointer finger after that. So we're doing thumb and pointer finger on 1 and 3. You can do the same thing if you want to practice on the left side. Starting with thumb and then pointer finger on 2 and 4. Do the same thing on 3 and 5. Same thing on 4 and 6. 6 and 8. So using that smaller motion for a bigger movement is going to allow your hands to get to the place faster. You're not going to have to use as much of your mental capacity getting there, and it forces you to keep your hands low to the instrument. So many people have such a hard time undoing the desire to really pick up their hands when they're playing, and I find that that is a place where people struggle when they try to smooth out their playing or when they try to tie things together. So it's a great thing to be comfortable with. I'm going to show you one other way to apply this right now. Alright, so a simple way to apply this is just use thumbs and pointer fingers and alternate. And in this case I'm playing 1 and 2 with my thumbs, right thumb, left thumb, 3 with the right pointer, 4 with left pointer. And the goal is to kind of lock your hands above the notes. And this is the same on the handpan on the Rev. The goal is going to be this motion, not this motion. We're going to be using a flick down with our fingers versus a full hand movement. You're kind of reaching down with your fingers rather than slamming your hand or twisting your wrist. And if you want to combine them together, you can see my hand is barely moving here, and I'm aiming for the side of the dimples here. I'm not being super precise about it, but it's going to give you enough leeway where you can make it clean. And you can move your hand up to other notes. Alright, our second tip, aside from alternating fingers and keeping your hands really low to the instrument, I really believe in assigning a role to a hand. And it's okay to have a lead hand. If your right hand is leading in a tune, that's okay. You can cross the midline. There's no rule that says you cannot do this. Defining the roles for your hands will make your life so much easier when you're playing something that's very complex, or when you're guessing where you should go next. Where I'm actually writing music instead of just making it up every time I play, having assigned hand roles allows me the freedom to improvise within the songs that I write. And I'm going to give you an example of how you can do that now and decide which hand is going to be leading. Here we go. So, alright my friends, so in this case I'm going to be assigning hands to notes. And the reason we're doing this is it just makes it easier for our brains to process things. In this case I'm going to do 2, 4, 5, 6, 5, 4. I'm going to decide that my right thumb is going to lead that on the 2. My left thumb's going to be on the 4. Right pointer on 5, left pointer on 6. Right pointer 5, left thumb 4. So right, left, right, left, right, left. Thumb, thumb, pointer, 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 thumb. If you assign fingers, you're not going to be searching. And then it's really easy to identify which note is your root note. Super easy way. It could be something complicated or simple, but if you just map out which fingers you're going to use and set a hand that's going to be your lead hand, as long as you're not doing hand origami and you're doing this sort of stuff, you'll be fine. All right, my friends, just using those 2 tips will be enough to get you started and smooth out your playing a little bit and make it a little more interesting. Keep your hands low to the instrument, alternate fingers, and remember to assign a hand roll. You can always change it if it feels wrong to do it in the order you've picked, but it's nice to know which hand is going where so you're not thinking about it if you're improvising or if you're writing. It just makes the process a lot more smooth and feel more cohesive and more flowy. So